Well, welcome back into the Mid-Norfolk garden. I've got a couple of roses to show you this afternoon, both in this colour palette with the white and red striated colour. So characteristic, isn't it, and such beautiful form. The one we're looking at the moment is a rose called Sentimental. It's a British bred and grown rose. Filming this in mid-October, which is quite spectacular, isn't it? To have this volume of flower and bud forming on rose so late in the season, and just would also draw your attention to the healthy nature of this foliage and the colour. It's really very gorgeous, this glossy green with the red backdrop to it, and the red stems really does make the whole bush glow. It's not just those spectacular flowers that make this one worth growing. Now, as far as scent's concerned, there's not too much on this at this time of year, but these are a reasonably scented rose earlier in the season, and certainly in its June flush, then the volume of flower off this we're expecting next year should be really good enough to scent the whole area. Now compare that to the one just down here, two labels. I always like to keep the labels on so I know what I'm talking about. Sentimental, the one that's flowering. One next to it, similar colour palette, rock and roll, but not a flower bud on it. Growing nicely, healthy foliage again, lovely colour. Literally when these are in flower you can't tell them apart. They look almost identical, same colour palette, same size, the way the roses are held, almost identical. They must be close relations, if not from the same breeder. But no flower bud or flowers on this one at all. It's not that it was planted at a different time or in any different conditions. You can see that these are growing very close together, being planted a little under 2 feet between the two roses, because we've got quite a dense planting here. But it does just make the point that not everything's going to be flowering at the same time, and that's a good thing. So hopefully we may have some succession of flower by having these two planted so close together. It will give the impression of a continuously flowering rose. Time will tell, but the one that I definitely recommend out of the two right now, because of the volume of flower we've had throughout the season, the healthy nature of the growth, and the sheer volume of flower we're getting this late in the season during October, is Sentimental.